Hey there, this is Tiff from the Tiffany Mika podcast, and welcome to this week's Lessons Learned. So as you know, at the end of each week, I always share with you lessons learned, whether it's lessons that I've learned or lessons that somebody I've been talking to or coaching or something that's come up or so on. We look at those lessons learned. So this is a lesson that I've always been aware of, and I've always made sure that I've focused on this particular thing. But it really came up really clear for me last weekend because last weekend we were away, and it really came up, this lesson. It was really, really clear for me. So the lesson, it's only one lesson today because I think this is a really important one. So I just wanted to make this lesson the focus. And it's actually going down the path less traveled. Okay? And why this came up was, like I said, we were away last weekend. We actually went to a cider festival. We went to this place called Batlow. So if you're not from Australia, a lot of people tend to say Batlow like that. Sounds very Aussie. But what actually is in Batlow is there's lots of apple orchards because the weather is conducive to growing these beautiful, crisp, juicy apples. And it's so great to actually be down there where all the apple orchards are, because we actually get them straight from the farm, which is amazing because the apples taste so much better. They're crisp, they're juicy. It's like they melt in your mouth. It's so beautiful. So they also had this cider festival that I think they've been running now for about 5 or 6 years or something like that. So it's slowly on the incline, so it's slowly building, and it's great for a country town because it's only a small town. It's like 1,700 people is in the population. So as you can hear, it's not a very big place, but it's beautiful. It's at the foot of the snowy mountains. So and lucky for us, we had perfect weather. It was like 21, 22 degrees both days we were there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful weather. It was just magical. But with apple cider, so apple cider, they have an alcoholic apple cider. So I'm not a drinker. So I'm not, I've been there, done that, in my 20s and drank alcohol and stuff, and yeah, oh, whoopee-doo, great. I have a sweet tooth, so I prefer sweet drinks. So I've been through as I got older, the process of drinking cocktails. But really, I don't really need alcohol in them. We'd go away, to a resort or something every so often, and I'd have a couple of cocktails, and I'm like, I don't really need it because I don't want to feel sluggish the next day. So I just choose not to drink, and that's me. That's a personal choice, but I like to feel healthy and fit, and and get up the next day nice and early, ready to take on the day. So, but in saying that, I did try an alcoholic ginger beer, and the ginger beer was actually made from 99% apple juice, and I just had like half a cup of it. My husband drank the other half. We just thought we'd give it a try, and really yummy, really nice. But it's just not my thing. I found another drink, non-alcoholic, again, because I'm not interested in alcohol. It was a hot apple spice drink. Oh, it was so beautiful. Had cinnamon all through it. The apple was warmed up, the apple juice. It was just lovely and pure. I just really enjoyed that drink. So I would prefer to do that because, one, I like to feel like the next day I get up feeling, full of energy, ready to take on the day. I don't feel sluggish. And you know what? I love a good time. I don't need to drink alcohol to have a good time. I'll dance around and have lots of fun. So that's all well and good. So that's where we went to over this weekend. But what I noticed about this country town was that there's quite a lot of people that seem very content. And what I mean by content is they're just happy to work in a job, really not a career as such. They're just happy to work in a job. They buy a home. They work to pay off their home. They work towards retirement. They have their scheduled holidays and their scheduled work time and so on. And they really love living in that community. They're comfortable with who they are and that's about it, really. And I don't want you to get me wrong by these people that actually feel this way, because that's fine. We all have our own life, don't we? We all live the life that we want to live. It's just that's not the type of life that I want. And we're all different. Like you want to be able to achieve a sporting dream? Oh, it's me too. That's what I wanted. You want to be able to achieve these grand things, make lots of money doing your sport you love, get sponsorship, inspiring other young athletes. There's so many things that you'd love to do. I get it. But it was interesting, though, going to a country town. Now, I grew up in the country. I grew up in a country town. So I grew up in Grafton, called the Jacaranda City. But I'd forgotten what it was like to be in a country town, because I've been living in the city for so long. People that I mix with are, are high performers. I love high performance. The people that I mix with have all these massive, audacious goals that they want to achieve. That's me. That's what I want too. But I've forgotten what it was like. So it was really an education for me on what most people do. Because I don't know if you feel this way, but I always felt like I have never fitted in growing up and even as a young adult and through my 20s and 30s. And now here I am in my 40s. But I always felt like I never fitted in because I thought differently, because I had all these aspirations and dreams. I always thought differently to everybody else. So I always felt like I didn't fit in. So it was an education to actually go back and see, oh yeah, that's what most people do. That's what most people would do in the town that I grew up in. Most people, not everybody, but most people. And I said to my husband on the way back in the car, I said, you know what? I'm not like most people. I don't want to just settle for where I'm at. Sure, I could teach golf for the rest of my working life, but that's not enough for me. I want more than that. I could just settle for that. But I don't want to live the life of being just content with what I have. I want so much more. And you may be feeling this way too. I want to travel everywhere in the world. I've traveled a lot, but I want to travel everywhere in the world. I love going away and exploring new territories, new countries, new cultures. I want to speak on stages around the world and impact millions of people that I speak with to help them follow their dreams. I always want to be striving to be better. I want to get the most out of me and my life. Right? That's what I want. And there's nothing wrong with settling. I'm not knocking, these people that we were mixing with when we were away. I'm not knocking that. That's great. They're content. They're comfortable. Fantastic. They've achieved what they want and they've got what they want in their life. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's just that's not what I want. And I've probably shared with you before that my husband has said to me, oh, gee, you know what, Tiff, most people wouldn't put up with you, which I always find that really funny that he says that. But he says that not in a negative way. He says that in a positive way. He says, Tiff, most people won't put up with you because you're different, because you've got different dreams. What's so great about him is he allows me to grow. I get the support from him. So, I've grown so much from when we first started singing. We've been together for 11 years now. We've been married for nearly 8. But the great thing that he's given me a gift in just go for it. Go after what you want. I'll support you wherever you want to go. I'm very fortunate. But he understood that from the very beginning. He's always thought, oh, I'm not like other people. He always says that I'm in the minority because I don't think the same way as other people. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to conform to what society says to you. Travel the path that's less travelled. Okay? Follow that path that is less travelled. And you know what? I know that you're feeling what I'm saying because you're here listening to me. Because if you weren't feeling the same way that I feel, you wouldn't be listening. So I want you to go down the path less travelled. Come with me down the path less travelled. It's a lot of fun. You know what? It's going to be uncertain. Of course it's uncertain. It's scary. Sure is scary. And you know what? There's going to be plenty of challenges along the way. But do you want to live the life of going down that path? Or do you want to just be content and stay in that little box that people put you into? I want you to think of this. Just imagine the type of person that you will become. Just imagine the type of person that what you can accomplish because of who you've become. It's going to be unlimited. So don't ever settle. Be who you want to be and do what you want to do. No limits. Because I want you to take the path less travelled and we'll do it together. So I hope you enjoyed today's lessons learned. I'd love it if you could share with me what you like best about what you heard today. If you've got friends that you know that would benefit from these episodes, I'd really appreciate if you could share with your friends these episodes because we want to build the Reach Your Potential with Tiff community as big as we possibly can. If you've got 30 seconds to spare, I'd also really appreciate if you could leave a 5-star review wherever you hear these episodes. Again, we want to build the Reach Your Potential with Tiff community. And I want you to dream big, believe in you, and go after your dreams. Have an awesome day. Take care. Talk soon. Bye-bye.